Hello, I'm Georgia Coons. I'm an instructor for Health Choices Holistic Massage School. And today I'm going to demonstrate a holistic face massage that anyone can do. And this is Josephine, and she's happy to get a face massage. And the first thing you want to do is make sure your partner's comfortable. Comfortable, Josephine? And I'm going to ask you to take a couple deep breaths. Good. Breathe in and out. And you do the same thing. Breath. And that gets both of you relaxed to get started. And then very slowly and gradually, softly bring your hands in to the side of the head so you can feel, your partner can feel your touch. And we're going to start by scrubbing the head. And to do that, we need to turn the head. So we're going to pick it up very carefully like it was a little baby and turn it to the side. And they're going to begin vigorously with all 5 fingers to scrub all over this side and the top of the head. And this reduces the tension right away by just moving off a lot of tension that we hold in the head. And you do a nice thorough job and down towards where the hairline is, because it's very tight there on the neck. And just a little work on the neck is to reach your hand around and squeeze and knead the tissue from where the hairline is down to the shoulder, and then squeeze into the shoulder, the soft part of the shoulder, because there's a lot of tension there too. So you take a little more time than I'm showing, and then we're going to just slowly turn the head to the other side. To repeat that, scrubbing the head and get every part, because if it's missed, it feels like you missed me. Turn your hand so you can get the sides, the back, the top again. And it's nice also to do some nice long strokes over the hair. We call those dessert strokes. Feels very good and it's nurturing. And then let's get a little bit of work on the neck again, starting right where the hairline is and squeezing using your fingers on the other side, your thumb on the top, and squeezing and softening. Think about softening the tight tissue and work down into the shoulder as well, where there's a lot of tension. And then slowly turn the head back to center. We're going to put a little bit, very little bit of lotion on, because we don't need only a small amount. And just rub it on the tips of your fingers so you don't get it in the hair in case they're going to go back to work. And then spread it in 3 strokes across the top of the forehead, on the cheekbones coming up towards the temples, and from the middle of the chin following the jawline up again to the temples. And then we're going to do strokes to soften the tissue. Thumbs across the forehead, 1 stroke, and just keep moving from the hairline down to the eyebrows. And your fingers can brace slightly. Feels good to the person. So 1 stroke after another. You can also take all 8 fingers and do little circles that move the skin on top of the muscle underneath. That loosens up tension that can give headaches. And then little strokes with a couple fingers in the temple area. Headaches can start there too. A massage like this can actually help get rid of a headache. Then we're going to work down. We'll work on the cheekbone, so just lightly touch so you can feel it curves around up towards the temple. So take your thumbs towards you so you don't touch the eyes, and the fingers can press a little bit, and just a nice firm stroke on the cheekbone, following it up into the temple. You can do that a couple times. And then even a stroke under the cheekbone. You're going to hug that cheekbone. It'll actually pull up the corners of the mouth, and that feels good to the person too. couple of strokes. And then we'll move down to the jawline, and you can just take your fingers and maybe just feel where it is first, where the bone is, and then take a couple of fingers and a nice firm stroke following the jaw back to the ears. Now the cheek here in front of the ears and in the jaw here is an area of a lot of tension. It can be very tight or bumpy, and you can just take your fingers and soften away the tightness. Think about your fingers just melting away the tension. So some nice circular strokes there. And that brings you to the ears. And the ears have acupressure points for the entire body, so it's good to work them thoroughly. So we're working them simultaneously, both ears, squeezing around the outside with a firm stroke. My fingers are holding underneath. And even getting into the center part, everything but, of course, in the ear canal. And then we're going to stretch by hooking the thumb and pulling up towards you, hooking the thumb here and pulling down towards the mat or the table, and hooking this way and pulling towards the shoulders. And a nice way to finish that off is to take the heels of your hands, not touching the eyes, and a firm stroke across the forehead and coming down and taking hold of the ears and just squeezing off the ears. And then to finish up, the eyes need some attention too. So we're going to do the owl stroke, which is on the bony orbit around the eyes. You might want to just touch lightly and see where that is, because you don't want to touch the eyes or the area directly around the eyes. But we're on the bone, and this is a light feather light stroke, just following the direction of the eyebrow hairs. And then a nice stroke to add to that is called the raking stroke, where we put all 8 fingers above the eyebrows and just pull firmly back. You may even notice the tracks of my fingers, and it really does a lot towards, again, breaking up the tension in the forehead so the person can relax and perhaps get rid of a headache. And if they don't care if you get lotion or oil in their hair, you can just take your fingers, but you're not pull the hair down through the hair, because that feels very luxurious and very nice. And then to finish up, just taking your hands and coming in again very slowly and consciously and holding the side of their head and letting them feel the peacefulness of your touch. And then very slowly moving your hands and giving them a moment to just take it all in, not having to do anything. You don't have to do anything, but just take a deep breath, and you can feel good about having given your partner a lot of relief and some healing with this face massage.